I want to get that lid off of there. I want to get into my drum, and I want to take the screen off. These just undo. This one's already loose, but I just need it a bit looser. Some biofilm on that. Missus weren't too impressed though. I had to use bath. I didn't have nowhere else to soak it. So that's all in there, having a good soak. Just trying to clear some crap up as well. We've got scaffolders coming tomorrow. My TDS is coming down now as well. Welcome back, guys. Hope all's good. Got a few things going on. You're all happy enough? So, not really been up to too much as of late, guys. I have done one thing. I've added the trickle back into my system. Just with 2 needle valves. Thought it'd be better off doing it that way to keep me water parameters under control, rather than keep doing loads of water changes. I thought I may as well just put my trickle back in and keep it going like that. So what I've done is I've altered my feed on here. This will probably come off now. So I've altered my feed on here. Take that off. So it's I've still got it supplying to my tap and to my top up tank, where it's coming across there into a needle valve, across there, and then dropping down into my drum. And then if we're looking here, get a bit of light on, just trickling down into there, and that's trickling about 140, 150 millilitres a minute, something like that. That's giving me about somewhere between 10 and 15% a week, something like that. And then to trickle out, I've also put on down here on this outlet, needle valve on down there, and that's just set at the same rate as it's trickling in, and just going out at shed down there, and just trickling out down there for now. I really need to get my sen a drain sorted. I've been going too long without a drain now, so I think I'm going to have to start and get my sen into shape and start getting a drain dug out, I reckon, at some point, and get it connected in down there instead of faffing about having it trickling down onto the lawn. Be a much better way of draining. So that's going to be on it list, I reckon, for this upcoming season. Another thing I want to get done is I want to get that lid off of there. I want to get into my drum, and I want to take the screen off to give it a good bloody clean, because it has got a lot of biofilm on it and crud and stuff like that, and all I've got to clean it is some of this stuff. It's supposed to be really good stuff. I did look at the Aquasource drum screen cleaner, but I recommended this. It's also cheaper than the Aquasource screen cleaner as well, by a few quid. But from the recommendations I've had from this, it's supposed to perform really well and brought the screens up really clear. So I'm going to be getting that out at some point, getting that good clean down, ready for upcoming season. This bucket, I bought this especially because what I want to do with that is I want to get some PP in it, get it filled up, and what I'm going to do is get that Bakki started up again. So what I did before end of season, because I had a few issues towards back end of season, so I was treating my pond, putting chemicals in to try and sort various problems out. I'd not had success, so the reason why I turned that off, one of the reasons anyway, was because I wanted to try treatments in my pond without the Bakki shower running, because my concern was that possibly the Bakki shower was stripping quite a bit of the chemicals out of the water. So that was one of the reasons why I turned it off. Another reason why I turned it off was because I didn't see much point in running it through winter. I'd not kept my heater running, you know, they weren't up to any sort of decent temperature. Bacteria activity would be down to a minimum anyway, so what bacteria there would be, it'd be still, you know, active inside my moving bed filter. So I didn't really, and I wasn't going to be feeding much anyway, so I didn't really see much point in keeping Bakki shower running, to be honest with you. So I decommissioned it, turned pumping everything off. So what my plan is now, before we go into this new season, is to get all the media out of there, get it in this bucket, get it filled with PP, and just get a good soak just to kill anything off what might be on it. I'm going to get shower a damn good clean down, because it's got quite a lot of staining on it. Whether that's just salt deposits from what's been in pond throughout the season, I don't know. It looks like it, so I'm going to have to take that apart, get a good clean down, and yeah, get some media in this bucket and get it soaked, ready for a new season. One other issue that I have found is with one of my fish. It's the Benny Ginger. I noticed it, well, a couple of weeks ago, something like that. It's come up with, well, it looks like mouth rot or something like that. All my water parameters are fine. They have been for quite some time. It's scraping clean, but it's just come up with this mouth rot. So, well, I think mouth rot anyway. So I'm doing treatments, I'm going to start doing treatments with that. I've spoke to a few people that have told me a few things to try. I'll put a shot up on screen as well to show you guys what it looks like. I'm not afraid to show, you know, things what are part of this hobby as well, so you know, you can see that what it looks like. It's not nice, but it's not eating very well. So yeah, I'm going to try what I can first to help it heal. Obviously I can't isolate it because I've got no other system set up to isolate it into, so I'm going to have to try and heal it in the pond. I might start raising temperature back up a little bit to try and help it on its way. Well, yeah, I'm going to do what I can to try and help it heal. As a first resort, last resort, if it don't get any better, like I say, it can't eat very well at all. So last resort, if it does start getting better, then she'll just do a kind thing and put it out of its misery. Not nice, but like I say, these things, they're part of hobby. Probably my fault. I should probably have noticed it before it got as bad as that. I should have probably noticed some signs of mouth rot starting to form or something like that, but it's one of them. I'm going to do what I can now, try and help it on its way, and we'll see what happens with it. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to zoom you back out. I'm going to get this trickle turned off, because I'm going to start stripping this drum down. Like I say, what I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to leave the screen in the screen cleaner for about 24 hours, so the drum's going to be running without a screen on it for a day or so. So in theory it's going to be bypassed. So yeah, I'm going to start stripping that out, guys, and I'll give you a look at what it's like. Right then, guys, so I don't know how well you're going to see this, but the way that these come apart is they're held on by these Jubilee brackets on either side. So first things first, I've got to spin it round. So if we just press this button to turn it till it gets round to where I need it. So then obviously you've got this one here and then this one here. So you see biofilm on it. Well, that's going to be impeding flow through screen. So that's why we need it cleaning. So I'm going to grab a screwdriver and I'll be back with you. Right, so just undo one slightly. And there's also this bracket what you have to take off as well. In fact, that has to come off first, so I'll do that. Screwdriver. I might just have to put you guys down a minute, so I'm gonna have to take these 5 screws out to take that plate off, and I'll come back to you guys. Right, so now that that's off then guys, you can see how it fastens. So the screen just wraps round and then it just bolts down onto there. But as you can see, a lot of crap gets trapped in there. And also another thing what I'm going to do on this to get it ready for the season is clean the float switch. Believe it or not, float switch are one of the most common reasons why drum screens get a bad name, because they're prone to failure, they're prone to getting clogged up, and then because they get clogged up, float switch fails, it can't clean drum, next thing you know your pond's emptying. So it's important to maintain your float switches. For what it is as well, I mean, they're not even that expensive, so it may be worth even investing in a brand new float switch every year, because like I say, they're not expensive, but for the importance of a filter that they are, it's probably worth it. So I might look into it, I might get a new one just to save any hassle. It hasn't caused me any problems, but I suppose there's with it being a moving part, you know, and obviously it connects into your control box, there's always that possibility that it could fail at some point. So like I say, for what it is, I might even consider just swapping it, but for now anyway, I'm just going to strip it down, this drum, and get screen out, and just for now just get this screen cleaned, and then I'll decide on that later on. So back to this now. All we need to do is get these Jubilee clips off. Like I say, these just undo. This one's already loose, but I just need it a bit looser. Could have done my tripod really, but I think what I might do again, guys, is put you down. You don't want to be watching me undo Jubilee clips. You know I can do a Jubilee clip. Just do same on both sides and just loosen them right off so you can lift them. But on these ones you have to be very careful with the Jubilee clips, especially on this right hand side, because on this side down at the bottom is where the UV is, so you have to be careful when you put it back on as well, that you don't wrap it around your UV light and then tighten it up, because then you're screwed. That'll be another thing that'll be getting sorted as well. Although I haven't had any indication come up on the UV control panel to say that the light's ready for changing, it might be an idea. Like I say, UV lights again, a very inexpensive part, so it might be worth just replacing that as well. And I'll give the tuber clean as well. Right, I've got the screen out now, guys. It's ready for a good fettle out. But I'll just take you down here, down bottom of the garden, and show you this screen, how much biofilm there is on it and why it's important to clean them. It's just turning, it's just going sunset now. The sky's absolutely beautiful. Look at that for a sky. Beautiful. Right, let's go and have a look at this drum screen. It's filthy. Look at this.
That is one lusty boy.
Some biofilm on that. So yeah, I'm going to get an hose down first, get a majority of crap off it, and then I'm going to soak it in some of that screen cleaner. Just trying to clear some crap up as well. We've got scaffolders coming tomorrow to get scaffolding up ready for Wednesday. When panels are supposed to, solar panels are supposed to be done. So that'll be fun. That'll be all go then. So yeah, I'm going to put you guys down for a bit. We'll get hose up, get this screen a good clean down, and then I'm probably going to get filter a bit of a clean as well. Get a couple of drain flushes done. Yeah, and just keep filter a good fettling out really. Right, I'm just in process of flushing my drains out, guys, cleaning my filters out, get everything a good spray down. My screen's ready for soaking in some of that screen cleaner. I've rinsed my float switch off for now, so I'm just letting my filter drain out. Look at this beautiful sky now that this sun's gone down pretty much. I don't know how well colours are showing on here, but beautiful. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish getting this filter cleaned out, and then I'm gonna get that all that media out at Bakki shower, get it put in this tub in some PP, and let it have a good soak, and then I think that'll be me for tonight. And like I say, got scaffolders coming tomorrow. Get that up. Installers are due to come out Wednesday to do the panels. They told me that it's probably going to be a one-day job, but as with any job really, you never know until you get on site. You don't know what you're going to come across, so could go into 2 days, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. But I'm looking forward to it. Things are starting to move along a bit. Days are being a lot more mild, and I think spring's certainly on its way. Although there's been talks about a little bit of a cold spell coming up, but I can't see it lasting for too long, personally. Although if a few years are to go by, it's not uncommon for us to have massive amounts of cold weather and snow in March time, is it? I know that because I got married in March when we had beast from east. Literally in the middle of beast from east. We didn't know whether we were going to get married or not. We had to have JCBs out clearing roads and everything. Chaos. Anyway, I'm going to finish this off, guys, and I'll catch back with you in a bit. Welcome back, guys. Not long since finished work. Scaffolds up, ready for tomorrow. I've soaked me Bakki media. That's in PP now, soaking. So that's all in there, having a good soak, just in case more than anything. With problems that I had, you never know if there's oat hiding in crevices, so I thought I'd get a soak just to be on the safe side. One tray I haven't been able to get in it, it's not enough with my bucket, so I'll let that soak, and then that what's still left in bottom tray, I'll soak that after as well. I'll just get it rinsed off for now. I've also soaked my drum screen, and that's come up absolutely marvellous. Look at that now, it's like brand new again, and that's literally just from soaking it in that cleaner. Just been soaking overnight, and like I say, I took it out, get it a wipe down, and it's like new again. Missus weren't too impressed though. I had to use bath. I didn't have nowhere else to soak it, because of how these screens are. They're just long. Obviously, they don't come apart like such as your Waza and things like that. It's just one long screen. So, and I didn't have a tub big enough to put some water in and soak it. So, ended up going in bath. Screw it. What you got to do, haven't you? Anyway, I'll clean bath for her anyway. No problem. No dramas there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to have to give my shower a clean down as well. I have to give that a clean. Bottom tray, that's still over there. I have to give that a clean down as well. Just to get things back and prepared, ready. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's gonna be all go tomorrow. So I think with that, I'm gonna get this screen back on. My TDS is coming down now as well. Now that trickle's been going in, that's come down from, it was at 500, and now we are at 340. So that trickle's diluting that salt out at water. No need for it to be in now really. If I can help it, I try not to have salt in through summer. I know that I had it in season just gone, but I felt that there were a need for it to be in then, to try and deal with issues I were having. But now it's diluting out nicely. So yeah, all good. Everything's starting to come together. I think, like I say, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start getting this filter back together, get this screen back on. Drums had a nice good clean out yesterday, so all's good. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in the house, I'm going to have my pancakes, and then I'm going to watch the Scousers get thrashed by Real Madrid. So I'll see you in a bit.